Hey guys, welcome back to Money is Blind podcast. I'm your host Prasoon. This is the show where blind and visually impaired persons can learn how to become successful online entrepreneurs, even if they have this huge barrier of blindness in front of them. Every time we open our eyes, we are not using 30% of our brain. So, in spite of all these barriers, in spite of all these problems, we can still become successful. And for that, the first thing that you need to do is to build your own business. I've done more than 100 episodes on this subject. You can find all the episodes by visiting www.moneyisblind.com. Today's episode is special. My personal assistant is on leave. He has went to his native place, and so I am recording this episode in my iPhone with voiceover and the earpods which comes in the package provided by Apple. It doesn't come with newer iPhones, but it used to come with iPhone 11. That's the phone that I'm using. So I'm recording this episode straight from an app, and this app is called Spotify for podcasters. It was previously called Anchor, and I recorded another episode. I think this is the second one which I am doing all by myself. Usually I record in my Windows laptop or my MacBook, and then there will be so many mistakes and sounds that we edit out using the production time, and my personal assistant does all that work. But since he is not available today, I am doing the heavy lifting. I am recording this myself, and there won't be any edits. So if you are listening to any ums and gaps and sneezes, forgive me for that. Just this time, all right? So today's episode is about toPeninnah. She is a blind entrepreneur. She was born blind. She is 32 years old. I found this article on Google, and she is from Rwanda, Africa. And she is a blind entrepreneur because she started her own business and she is doing good. She now employs several persons. She is a tailor by profession, but she started as a livestock farmer. So she was born blind, but she was dependent. After completing her education, she heard about this training center in Rwanda from one of her friends who had completed this training for blind persons, and she also attended this training center. So any type of skill that you want to master, you definitely have to practice, and training centers definitely helps. So if you are blind or visually impaired, and if you have this business in your mind, you want to master that skill, try to find a good training center. How can you find a training center? Do a simple Google search. Enter the name of skill and the area that you live in, the location in Google, and press enter. You can do it in your smartphone, and you will find many training centers. Now, if you are looking for training centers which train specifically blind persons, you can search like training centers for blind persons where they can learn typing in Kenya, or let's go for another skill. Candle making training centers for blind in Mumbai, India. See, I have included the name of the skill. I have also included that this is specifically for blind persons, and I have also included the name of the location where I'm staying, where I'm trying to find the training center. So she did it. She found a good training center in Rwanda. She went there. She also had suggestions from her friends. And so she went there. She had training in livestock farming. She started with a very little budget. She started livestock farming. She also planted some vegetables like carrots, cabbage. These are vegetables which grows well in Africa. And with the money, with the profit that she earned from that farming business, we can call it a business, she was able to get another training. She learned how to do the tailoring work, and then she started her own small business, a tailoring shop, and she even trained others on how to do this professionally. So now her training center employs many persons. She runs this business. She also works there, and she is making money. With the profit that she earned from this tailoring business, she has improved. She has expanded her livestock farming business. She has now become independent. She now has developed new skills which has enabled her to become independent. She even pays for her sister's school fee, tuition fee, because her sister is now in the secondary school. And her story doesn't end there. She has also started giving back to the society by teaching other blind persons how to start their own business. So she might not be famous, but she inspires me, and I hope her story inspires you as well. You don't need to be in US or a developed country to start your own business. You can do it even if you are living in a developing country, because there are hundreds and thousands of persons who are blind, who are visually impaired, just like you, and they become successful because they had the right mindset. They wanted to be independent, just like you, and they didn't just dream about it. They didn't just make plans and sit there idle. They started acting on it. One step at a time, they did some action, and those actions made them successful. So you can do the same. If hundreds and thousands of persons, blind persons, can do it, you can also do it. And you can get inspirational stories, motivational episodes like this if you subscribe to Money is Blind podcast. Remember, all you need is a smartphone and an internet connection. So that's it, guys. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. You guys take care. Bye-bye.